So it's the Broncos and the Titans. And it begins. Broncos desperate. Titans trying to climb off the bottom of the ladder. Pakes onto Haas. And Haas gets his first offload. Reynolds gets it on. Staggs in and away from Foran. Oh, yeah. The big don't argue. And holding on well, Khan Pereira. But the Broncos, a very good first set. Walsh on the last. Long ball. 2-on-2 here. And Shibasaki goes from the line and scores. Oh, what about that start? It must be the jerseys. Broncos off and running. Reynolds for Carrigan. Carrigan dummies. Then the flick. Jensen is over. Oh, they're on tonight, it looks like. On the last to Reynolds. Going to the edge. You see Walsh in that set. Here we go with, a catch and a score from Staggs. Incredible Katoni. He's just not going to be denied on this Saturday night. Broncos in again. He runs great lines. He's got Shibasaki. Shibasaki's got Sami in pursuit, but it's all over. Gemmett is over again. 2 for him, 4 for the Broncos. They are electrifying. They've had 11 sets. They've scored 4 tries. That's a fair strike rate. Here we go. Walsh, the touch. Staggs keeps it going. Arthur's down the sideline. Arthur's look ready to kick. He throws a pass. That one gets clear, but then the try-saving tackle jolts it out. Campbell, crossfield. Up they go. Oh, Tino thought he had that, but not tonight. Not against Katoni. Now Staggs, the tap. He's away. Katoni, and now Fitzgibbon comes across. So does Brimson. He's still going Katoni. Like a superhero tonight. Listen to the energy of this crowd as Reynolds now fires a pass. And out it goes here. And it's a try to Karapani. The pass got the all clear. Josiah Karapani scores.
Oh boy, they need points here, the Gold Coast side.
Oh, no way. This can't go against the
It has. He can't dive in.
Penalty, Brisbane. It's retro round. Look at him striking at the ball. 2 tackles left here. 4 getting it on. 3-on-2. And it comes to Khan Pereira and he's over. And the Titans are finally in. Haas, of course, back on. And is right on the 40, that kick from Walters. It's a terrific kick. It makes it easily. Staggs. Unbelievable in the first half. On for Walsh. Now Reynolds. They've gone deep here. Man throws a long ball straight on the chest of Karapani. And he strolls over. So Ezra joins the party. Josiah Karapani has a double. Fotuaika. On for Campbell. He's full. Plenty of blue Titans jumpers as Kelly slips a wonderful pass. Khan Pereira's got a double. Well, Brian Kelly's had a sharp few minutes here and the Titans get another. Walsh scurries over to that left. Oh, Walsh with a move. Walsh goes over. Oh, that's special. That's Reece Walsh. That's Reece Walsh magic. But then the Warriors at Suncorp, so a couple of home games to carry now. Lovely pick-up Arthurs, draws in his man, then gets it on. Staggs, he hurls it into Walsh, and Walsh gets a late double. Hobbles his way to the line. Brisbane into the 40s. Last. Contest, batted back nicely. Randall gets it on. Oh, Rama Howe rampaging over. Walsh. And now he boots it out on the full. And the Broncos win in a canter. Brisbane 44, Gold Coast 14.
And congratulations, you must be happy. I mean, I know this week you've been saying it's just another game, but now you've got the 300 to get the win. Must be pretty special.
Yeah, I'm more pleased with the performance, to be honest. sort of glad the week's over. It's been a big week, both at training and away from training. Everything that comes with it. I'm obviously honoured and privileged to be in this position, but you know, for me, I've always been about the team, and they did a fantastic job tonight in you know, playing some good footy. So something that I'll reflect on probably after a few beers tonight. But yeah, I'm extremely grateful to be in this position, and thanks to this fellow, gave me a debut many years ago, and to have him here tonight's pretty special as well. So it's been a good night, but yeah, glad it's done.
You switched on from the start too, Adam, weren't you? I mean, the players did speak about wanting to win the game and what it meant to them to play for you, but they showed it with their actions right from the beginning.
It's been like that all week, to be honest. You know, we've had some really good meetings, really good video sessions, some learnings, and thought we responded well. You know, we knew it was an important game tonight, and we just need to get out there and start fast and play good footy. And you know, credit to the coaching staff; they were fantastic through the week in prepping us and getting us up for the game. And yeah, it's been a busy week, but I'm glad it's done.
Mate, you should wear black more often.
Yeah, it was. Rene doesn't like talking about himself, but I'd like to say, you know, how proud I am, I suppose, as a coach to be, you know, with him tonight. You know, from day one where I first met him in the streets of Redfern, a young fella used to kick the footy on the streets there, and to see him sort of go through his career and great highs and great challenges, and now see him in his 300th, it's extremely special. You know, and he'll never ever sort of give himself a rap, but you know, I as a coach and all his coaches, even the ones that sort of looked after him as a young kid coming through to develop to where he is now, I think we'd all stand pretty proud that we've been able to be a part of Reno's career in some small way. So yeah, he should be extremely proud, and I know Falara, the kids, family, everyone, they'd be super proud of him. And I think it was a really special night that the boys, you know, rallied around. Obviously, you know, we've got the black jersey, which means a lot to a lot of people out there. You know, it is real. You know, the mental health, and I think, you know, the boys represented that in the great way as well. They look good, and I don't know whether we'll be allowed to wear it each time, but they did look good in the jersey. But you know, I think to make it special for Reno to have them all standing there on the field after the game with Ren, that was just to stand back and be able to see that. Super proud of the young fella, and you know, he's got many more in front of him.
Is there a
A lot of motivation in this game. Michael, you mentioned the jersey, Adam's 300th, the fact that you know, you guys have been under fire this week as well. How do you now capture this and get that preparation and performance like we saw tonight regularly from the Broncos?
Yeah, look, I've actually seen that in the group. You know, they're actually a really well-connected group. You know, from day one when I first walked in, I could feel that and sense that. So the connection amongst the team has been brilliant. You know, and not everything goes your way. So you're going to face a few tough periods in time, and to see the players and the leaders to come together, you know, this week they stepped up even at a higher level. So that was, you know, it was a big thing for them to do that, to make sure that this week was right. You know, we've been challenging over the last month to try and find that, so they've got to take that forward now.
You also made some selection changes, putting Pat back to 13, Kobe on the bench, Josiah Karapani starting. Do you feel that contributed as well?
Yeah. Oh, I think all that does. I mean, you know, I've been big on sort of how you perform. You know, we've allowed the guys to sort of try and build combinations with a similar sort of team that we picked over the last sort of couple of months. But you know, I think a couple of changes help. You know, Paddy going to 13. You know, he played probably very similar, but if that helps what the group's about. And then Corey Jensen came in and played his part, and KB did that off the bench. So a couple of little subtle changes there, and young Josiah coming in on the wing, he did a good job for us.
What about Reece Walsh, manager? I mean, like his passing, beautiful passing game very early in the game to set you away, and then he capped it off with some really nice support play. What did you make of his efforts?
Yeah, well, I probably felt, you know, over the last sort of couple of months, you know, knowing that Ezra and Reece come back, I mean, if ever you see a line break or something like that, you see those two pretty close behind. So between Ez and Reece, and to see Reece come in and bring the energy that he does, and any time there was a half break or something happening, you know, those boys were rolling around in action. So it's good to have them back.
I think he's never really X factor for you, match. Like, you can really ignite your attack, can't you, at the end of the season?
Well, Reece's done that before I got here. He's been doing that, you know, and I think one thing with Reece spending a bit of time away, he's actually looked at his game and looked at ways where he can improve on his game too, which I enjoy coaching. That player, Reece is very hungry to improve, and to see Reece throughout a couple of weeks, sort of talking with Reno and Reece talking about their footy together, that adds to what we're doing out there, which is pretty pleasing.
You see that too, Adam. Like, you must be really happy to be playing with him again, and he's really responded to whatever you've been talking about.
Yeah, well, he's a big part of our team. We all know he's an X factor, and it's not only what he does with the ball, but without it, it's just as important. So certainly makes the team a lot better, and it was good to get him back out there tonight. I thought he was fantastic.
Not sure. Probably have to go and get a scan to work out exactly what it is. Yeah.
Is it ankle?
Yeah.
Syndesmosis?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's pretty positive out there, so we won't see.
Do you think, Reno, you haven't got a lot of players in Origin this year. Can that be a bit of a blessing in disguise? Like, without that rep duty toll, you can really make a charge through the back half of the season?
Yes and no. I think we had a few in the years gone by, and we've done pretty well through that period. So it's always good to see your teammates get those honours and go on and play for their state. Yes and no, I suppose.
Thanks, guys.
Des, what did you make of that performance?
Sorry?
What did you make of that performance?
The first 40 is probably, I think, the most disappointing 40 minutes we've played this year. There's a thing in rugby league where if you look gassed, if you don't front load, if you don't turn up with good energy, we missed the start. We missed the start, and we just chased and chased again for that first 40. We were really we were pretty disappointing. We missed a jump. We really did. We should have focused our energy better than what we did. In hindsight, remember, I think they might have scored off the first set. That kind of rocked us a little bit. Took us a little while to reset. By that stage, the game was done by half time. Got back in, reassessed, and we were a bit more competitive the second half. But we didn't aim up enough today, I think.
Do you think the decision of having Mo on the bench to start off with may have had some effect on why the start?
No,
What was the reason?
it didn't have any effect.
Disappointing in a derby too, isn't it? He played so well against the Broncos recently, and then it's the game he usually.
It doesn't matter whether it's the Broncos. It's just disappointing the way we played that first 40. There's just no excuse for it. So, we stop making excuses.
Are you the coach to turn his club around?
Sorry?
Are you the coach to turn his club around?
The players turn the club around. So it's not a question like that. It's not about that. It's not about turning anything around. It's about turning up and playing well. And we didn't do that. We missed that opportunity tonight. We missed that opportunity. And that's not good enough, and they know that.
What can you do to improve the defence though, Des? You're the worst defensive side in the comp, and out there it looked like, once again, disorientated on the edges.
Yeah, something we need to work on.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.